Welcome to Hollywood Actions. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Tinseltown to uncover secret Jewish actors you probably didn't know were Jewish. From silver screen legends to modern-day stars, these actors have either kept their heritage under the radar or have rarely spoken about it publicly. We'll explore their early lives, Jewish background, rise to stardom, and their impact on Hollywood and the world. So, if you love celebrity deep dives, historical Hollywood insights, and discovering the real stories behind the stars, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. 1. Tony Curtis. Born Bernard Schwartz in 1925 in the Bronx, New York, Tony Curtis was the son of Hungarian Jewish immigrants. Despite his matinee idol looks, few knew of his deeply Jewish upbringing and his struggles with identity in an industry that often urged actors to anglicize their names and hide their heritage. Curtis rose to fame with hits like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus, but behind the scenes, he remained connected to his Jewish roots. Later in life, he embraced his faith more openly. 2. Harrison Ford. While Harrison Ford is known worldwide as Han Solo and Indiana Jones, few realize that he has Jewish ancestry on his mother's side. His mother, Dorothy Neidlman, was a Russian Jewish immigrant. Ford was raised with some exposure to Jewish traditions, though he has described his upbringing as ethical rather than religious. He's spoken out on Jewish issues, especially anti-Semitism, and has acknowledged his Jewish background in interviews, though he has kept his personal faith largely private. 3. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal, known for Brokeback Mountain and Nightcrawler, comes from a highly artistic family with deep Jewish roots. His mother, Naomi Foner, is Jewish, and Jake has described himself as more Jewish than anything else. He had a bar mitzvah and has acknowledged the influence of his Jewish upbringing on his moral compass and acting style. Though he doesn't flaunt his heritage, it remains a guiding force in his life and career. 4. Waqin Phoenix. Waqin Phoenix's father was of Spanish and Irish descent, but his mother, Arlen Dunitz, was born to Jewish parents in the Bronx. Arlen joined the controversial Children of God cult, where Waqin and his siblings were raised for several years. Despite this, Waqin has acknowledged his Jewish roots, especially in relation to the tragic fate of his maternal family in the Holocaust. His roles often explore themes of suffering and rebirth, echoing Jewish philosophical themes. 5. Paul Rudd. America's sweetheart and Marvel's Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, has strong Jewish roots from both parents. His family descended from Ashkenazi Jewish immigrants from Russia and Belarus. Rudd had a bar mitzvah and has embraced his Jewish identity openly in interviews, and even incorporated it into his comedy work. However, early in his career. 6. Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet, one of the breakout stars of his generation, has French and Jewish ancestry. His mother, Nicole Flender, is of Russian Jewish and Austrian Jewish descent. Chalamet has spoken fondly of visiting his grandparents during Jewish holidays and of learning about the Holocaust. Though he has not been publicly religious, his Jewish roots are deeply part of his cultural identity. 7. Logan Lerman. Best known for Percy Jackson and the Perks of Being a Wallflower, Logan Lerman was raised in a strongly Jewish family in Beverly Hills. He has spoken about his bar mitzvah and his family's Ashkenazi Jewish roots, which trace back to Poland and Eastern Europe. While not publicly religious, Lerman's Jewish background has shaped many of his values and career choices. 8. Oscar Isaac. Though often associated with Latin heritage, Oscar Isaac has a Jewish father, Avram Isaac, who is of French and Israeli descent. Isaac rarely discusses his Jewish background publicly, making his inclusion on this list particularly noteworthy. His quiet acknowledgement of his roots, particularly in interviews related to scenes from a marriage, has shed light on his diverse and multicultural background. 9. Daniel Radcliffe. Yes, Harry Potter himself. Daniel Radcliffe's mother, Marcia Gresham, is Jewish. While Radcliffe was raised in a secular home, he identifies as Jewish and has spoken proudly of his heritage. He's been outspoken about anti-Semitism and is considered a role model for Jewish youth in Britain, even if his magical on-screen persona overshadows his off-screen roots. 10. James Franco. James Franco, known for 127 Hours and The Disaster Artist, was raised in Palo Alto by Portuguese father and a Jewish mother. Franco identifies as Jewish and has celebrated bar mitzvah ceremonies later in life, including one officiated by a rabbi. And Seth Rogen for comedic purposes. Franco has spoken about reconnecting with his Jewish identity later in life, particularly through art and literature. 11. Dave Franco. The younger brother of James Franco, Dave Franco also shares the same Jewish maternal background. Though less publicly open about his Jewish identity, Dave has acknowledged it in interviews. He married actress Alison Brie, who is also of Jewish descent, further solidifying their connection to the faith. Their wedding included many traditional elements.